Namaskar, Ram Ram. Welcome to your on channel AC Astro, and today we are here with a very important video, Saturn direct on 4th of November 2023, a planet which stays 2.5 years in one sign, a planet which when goes retrograde take maximum period. Now, what it brings you when it goes direct on 4th of November? Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada, with his readings and with his research. Namaskar, Akashji. Ram Ram.
Mr. Roji, yes. Saturn goes retrograde for 140 days, nearly 140 days. Here, Saturn will turn direct again from 4th of November. Those who are going through Sadesati, those who are going through Dhaiya, those who are going through a lot of Saturn Mahadasha, very, very difficult period. It is very introvert energy during this period. But now when it is retrograde, it gives you the opportunity to reassess the level of commitment and responsibility within your relationships, leading to temporary withdrawal to gain clarity. Rohitji. Saturn retrograde can also bring past relationship issues to surface. You may revisit unresolved conflicts from your previous partnership. So it is a time of repair. Whenever Saturn is retrograde, it takes all the energy towards itself. So it is time for repair. And when it becomes direct, it is a time to take action because it gives good advisory powers and ability along with mental stability. It also gives you a strong decision making power. It says that now it is time to take action. On the other hand, malefic Saturn, if by chance Saturn is the planet which can become malefic for you. And malefic means does not mean that it's a bad planet. It means that your karmas are not good, so it will give you the results for your karmas. And Saturn here brings a lot of confusion if it is in bad state. So, and especially on special occasions like changing your job, getting married, buying a house, so many things, it can bring you a little bit of confusion here. Now, for Aries ascendant people, Rohitji, 4th November, Saturn turns direct into the 11th house. So 11th house is the house of gains, and this is the natural, significator of gains for Aries ascendant. And it was retrograde going into reverse position in the 11th house. And few days ago, Rohit also entered into Dhanishta Nakshatra. Rohit entering Dhanishta Nakshatra in the 4th pad and being retrograde, difficult. The end was more difficult. But Saturn is now turning direct in Aquarius. It is going to be turning direct in Dhanishta Nakshatra. Later from 24th, it is going to go into Satabhisha Nakshatra. There is going to be a very big change after 24th also. So if you can avoid taking major decisions during this till 24th, it is going to be very good. But overall, it encourages you to take charge of your social networks and long-term goals. Any goals that you left in between, any goals that you want to continue now, it is the time. In terms of finances, you may have faced some challenges in managing resources effectively, and especially this means all the gains that was coming out of your business or your job. It was very difficult. However, with structured planning and determination, you are poised to gradual progress. Focus on building a stable financial foundation, and over time, you will witness your efforts bear fruit. Saturn is all about discipline and all about going, with planning and determination. You have to have that kind of force and drive within you so that, it is not like tomorrow I will do this. It is like today and now I have to start doing this. This is what Saturn is for Aries ascendant. And it brings good news that there is going to be some gains which you can see as Saturn becomes direct. For Taurus ascendant people, Rohitji, when Saturn, look at the house, 10th house, it was retrograde here. So lot of problem, lot of trouble in your career, lot of things that you were not even understanding. Things were coming to you, but it never showed up. That is the kind of energy that Saturn in retrograde position must have given to you. But it must have also given you a lot of time to reconsider that is this job the right job? Am I in the right profession? Am I in the right thing? Is this my boss the right boss? Whatever it is, to change or to develop yourself. Now, when Saturn resumes direct position motion in Aquarius, it's time to assert control over your career path and professional aspirations. Now, this is the time to act. It was the time that you thought about it that this is right, this is wrong. Now, this is the time to act, either to change a job, either to become more efficient in this job, or either to go, beyond anyone's expectations in the area and hold a position. It's a time to take control over your career path and professional aspirations. Financially, you may have encountered obstacles in reaching your desired level of stability. finances, status, everything must have had obstacles now. But now the obstacles will go away, and you can, expect some finances to come your way. Now, what is Saturn? Saturn is a planet of long-term goals, long-term planning approach. You need to have a long-term planning in your finances as well as in your profession. When was the last time you made a table and you said, okay, this is the kind of money I own, this is what my self worth is, and 10 years from now, how much I will be? This you need to figure out. You need to make that table during this period, because you need to have a disciplined approach towards your finances in investing in a long term strategies. Have patience, and you will see financial situations improve over time. So do not. It does not mean that this now only things will start happening, but it will happen. Very good, very good way it will happen. Just hold on. Just do not go very much force to do things without any repercussions. Remember that 10th house Saturn is the Saturn of karma. So extreme hard work is required for Taurus ascendant people. It is the yoga karka also for you. Extreme hard work is required, and Saturn will give you everything that you desire. For Gemini ascendant, Saturn is direct in Aquarius, prompts you to set structured goals for higher learning and spiritual growth. I have encountered many charts, Rohiji, who are Gemini ascendant, and for them, Saturn created a lot of trouble in terms of them going abroad, then going getting visa, then getting any kind of letters from their institution from higher education, because Saturn is the planet of delay, and you may face challenges with your father. A lot of people had a lot of fights with father over property and over other things. So this was going on with Gemini ascendant people. Now this is the time you have to have a little bit of structured movement. That how do you, because the time is coming that you have to take action now. You will get your letters, you will get your visa, you will get everything, you will be okay with your father, you will be okay, and your luck will be favoring you. So now you have to see that how financially you may face challenges in managing resources for educational stuff, but now everything becomes good. Now, by approaching this financial planning with purpose and discipline, you will gradually see improvements. Investing in education and seeking opportunities for growth will lead to financial stability and prosperity in the long run. In fact, people who have Saturn here in this stage right now, Royalji, should also consider, even if there is no higher learning promised or there is no nothing, you should do take up some course and do it during this period. This will enhance the energy of Saturn and its purpose in this house. The purpose of Saturn in this house is to give you higher education or higher learning. If you must have seen Gemini ascendant people, you must have been a lot of surrounded by any puja, any mentor, any spiritual, your Instagram, wherever you are scrolling, you will see a lot of, the energy of spirituality coming towards you, because Saturn is here and demanding that. So fulfill his needs, he will fulfill your need. That is what you need to do during this period, and hope all the best for this beautiful period now. For Cancer ascendant people, Rohitji, Saturn turns direct in Aquarius in the eighth house of transformations, eighth house of shared resources, eighth house of sudden ups and downs, eighth house of accidents, eighth house of health, eighth house of so many things, man. Occult science and best thing ever, eighth house. Here we have to understand that it is the time that Saturn, the all the ups and downs. You lost your job, okay. You lost your family member, okay. You lost your what you say prestige in the society, okay. You lost your house, you had to change your house, okay. This is what Saturn must have done to you. Sitting in the 8,000 retrograde position, it must have created a lot of havoc in your life. But now, what is the time? It is the time to start acting. It is the time start to transform. You may be outdated, but the people here are very updated. You need to update yourself. This is what you need during this period. Here, financial struggles may have arisen from joint ventures or investments. You must have thought that this is my friend, he will help me, I will give money to him, XYZ. And financial struggles may have arisen from there, that now I want the money back, but I'm not getting. But this is the time that you will start getting some money back. By taking a responsible and disciplined approach to shared resources, you have to take extremely, if there is anything that inheritance or anything that requires any kind of focus during this period, do it. because you will be otherwise in trouble when Saturn again becomes, into comes into retrograde motion next year. So you have good time to manage this. Overall, and over time, you will witness a transformation in your financial situation, leading to greater security and stability. Sometimes something which happens very, but Saturn is a teacher, right? It comes you and teaches you. In here, it wants you to be very vigilant about your transformation state. You need to be very vigilant about any investment that you made. You need to be very vigilant about your security and stability, which you're not thinking. Life is not same every day. You have to think for the future. A wise man is one who earns 100 and saves 80. A stupid man is what who earns 100 and spends 110. So become the wise man. For Leo ascendant, Ruji, Saturn in the seventh house. A lot of introspection, a lot of time for you to rethink about your relationships, about your relationship with your business partners, about your relationship with your spouse, and everything. It was more of an inward journey for you to understand that what does this other person mean in your life, either this spouse or either this partner, your business partner. Now it is the time to take action. And when it resumes direct motion in Aquarius, approach partnerships and creative endeavors with a disciplined mindset. You have understood that what is the problems, and you need to now transform and come into a discipline area and leave behind the baggage of you being not responsible or you being not in the right stage. You have to now approach it with a very disciplined mindset, and you have to change your thinking. Now, financially, challenges may have stemmed from collaborative ventures or creative projects. It must have been a problem that finances must have been very slow for Leo ascendant people. And suddenly, it was very, as soon as the retrograde becomes, very, very heavy, that means towards the end, it becomes more and more. But now, from 4th of November, it releases. And partnerships, and many people will try to approach you, and, things will be in a very good way. Take charge of your financial partnerships, and with time, you will see progress. By investing in mutually benefit ventures and maintaining a disciplined approach, you will experience a growth in your finances. Also, discuss, this is the house where Saturn is here, it is the house of your spouse. Discuss with your spouse that, where do we invest, with both the consent or with both the ideas. Let's think about some place. It can be a startup, it can be mutual fund, it can be bank, it can be anything. It can even be investment in your relationship, like going on a holiday. Why not? But you should do this during this period. It is going to be extremely beneficial for you. For Virgo ascendant people, Ruiji, Saturn direct movement in Aquarius, right? Ruiji, here, look at the house, sixth house. And sixth house is the house that your health was not in good shape. You must have not been having clarity in your workplace. There must be lot of introvert energy or, problem with colleagues that you will not be able to get along. Especially, Ruiji, your routines would have been become very, very crazy, okay, or lazy. Now, Saturn's direct movement in Aquarius prompts you to focus on your health, routines, and service to others. Financial struggles may have arisen from unexpected expenses or difficulties in managing daily finances. Luigi, here I have a case study here. I was doing a chart reading of Virgo Ascendant, and Saturn exactly natally also present here. Unnecessary court issues. They're like, I did not have anything to do. It is a 2 years old case which came in front of me, and now I am struggling with it. So, you know what happens? Saturn gives you time to repair during that period. So, now what I told him that immediately raise flags, immediately do whatever you want, but before 4th of November, make sure that it has been taken care of, because after 4th of November, when Saturn turns direct, Saturn will come and give you justice over that. So, before that, you need to act over it. So, many people must have been going through some enemy issues in that workplace, like, to now still you have time till 4th of November. Take care of it at the moment so that from 4th of November you start seeing results in it. And because of this legal trouble and unexpected expenses that nowhere, out of nowhere, it must have come. A health issue out of nowhere, you will have to go for so many blood tests, this and that, and spend money. So many things might be happening, but it is good, during this period you will find out the problem, and when Saturn comes direct, you will be able to solve that problem. It is a time that implementing structured budgeting and financial planning will lead to gradual improvements. Over time, your disciplined approach will result in greater financial stability and well being. So, Sixth house, house of daily routine and discipline in this, or going the same way, every day the same pattern is going to help you during this period till the time Saturn is here and in direct motion. For Libra ascendant people, Rohitji, as Saturn turns direct in Aquarius, brings a sense of responsibility in your relationships and personal expressions. Now, remember, this is the fifth house of education, so people might not be studying, people might not be going into startups you wanted to start, but things are getting delayed. But it was good, this gave you a lot of time for you to think over it. For Libra ascendant people, Saturn is a yoga karka planet again. And during this period, if you want to start up something after 4th of November, very good. But you take astrological advice because it cannot be like you start up and you're going through a very bad period. So your period is also very important. Nothing happens unless and until you see the timing of events. If timing of events is good, it will be good. If timings of events is bad, you do anything, you start up anything, it will go to garbage. So always, whenever you're starting something, just take any little bit of professional astrological advice. That is the time favorable or no. Any astrologer would be able to tell you. Now here, this is the house of dharma also. This is the house of karma also, spirituality also. Here, there could have been a little bit problem in your expression, and you must have gone very introvert in terms of expressing yourself creatively. Financial challenges may have emerged from partnerships and creative pursuits. Why, Rohitji? Because if you count from uh, the seventh house, this is the 11th house, the gains from partnership. You say, can I do partnership? Let's look at your fifth house. If your partnership can give you gains. Secondly, if you see Saturn is putting in a debilitated aspect on the seventh house. So here there could have been a lot of problems in partnerships and creative pursuits in partnerships. There could have been a lot of misunderstandings also. Now take charge of your financial collaborations with perseverance. You will see improvement. By investing in balanced and mutually beneficial ventures, you will witness the growth of your financial resources. Again, Rohitji, it has to make sure that no way you are going to say that, okay, I will do this. It will be, we will do this. So please talk to your partner, any partner, your colleague, your partner, your house partner, your wife, your business partner, anyone, and then take a decision for finances because it is going to be a little bit crucial for you if you take any decision without any kind of teaching involved in it. We need to have discussion before we make a investment during this period. But overall, for Libra ascendant people, it's time for gains because Rohiji's fifth house is the house of money. Saturn becoming direct here will bring lot of energy and lot of energy. It will suck that money out of the universe and give it to you. So make the best of it. For Scorpio ascendant people, Rohiji, Saturn is resuming direct motion in the fourth house. All the problem related to property, all the problem related to vehicles, all the problem related to your mother's health or being in that home country and not able to leave it due to some reason. Like many people who are want to travel abroad, Rohiji, nowadays from Canada, they want to go to India, but because of the political relationship, they're not able to go. So this will solve. And I feel that after 4th of November, also when Saturn becomes direct, there will be a lot of wisdom again coming between the governments, and then agreement will happen, and they will start the visa process and everything for Indians here in Canada. But I hope that during this period, if you have had such kind of introvert energy where your house was not good, your job was not good, everywhere there was problem, it is a time now that good things are coming. It brings focuses on bringing stability and structure to your home and family life. All the destroyed or all the disturbed thing, now you know that what was the problem. Now you need to act on it and solve it. Financial struggles may have arisen from responsibilities related to your roots, to your families, to your, you have to spend a lot of money for your family. But now taking a very disciplined approach to managing family resources will lead to progress. Do not say that, okay, do not, unless until you make a plan or have everything on paper, figure out that this is the kind of responsibility I have, this is how I will take care of it, you will not be able to progress during this period. Over time, if you do this, you will witness an improvement in your financial situation, providing a solid foundation for your family. Sometimes it happens. I have same case study, Rohitji, for you. I have a woman who called me and said, I have a house and this and that, and my parents now want a house, and I don't have money. How do I go for it? I'm going to be taking lease over, like mortgage over my house right now. Take more line of credit that I will pay my. So this kind of responsibilities came to you, and you had no other option, but you were figuring out. Now it is a time to take action, do it, and give it to them, and come into a disciplined process that, okay, I have done this, now we have to do this in return for you, so that your finances are stable during this period. Those who want to buy a property now, house, good, go for it. Now it is the time for you to do that. For Sagittarius ascendant people, Ruiji, Saturn is in the third house of communication. So your communication might have caused a lot of trouble to you. And that is what I was discussing, Ruiji, with in one of the video, that because Rahu and Ketu transited, now Rahu is in the fourth house, Ketu is in the 10th house. During that transition, there was a lot of communication issues, lot of problems in your job, in your career. It is now all going to be coming back to control. It encourages you to communicate with clarity and pursue your intellectual interest for with purpose. Do not communicate just for the sake of it. Add value to your communication. Financial challenges may have arisen from difficulties in managing expenses related to communication, education, and travel. Short distance travel you must have done during this period for no fruitful reasons. So this is also a challenge. So make sure that during this period, when again Saturn turns direct, if you're making any short term trips anywhere, be very right about the trip, that if the trip is supposed to be happening or trip is supposed to be just you're doing just for the sake of it. If it is supposed to happen for some gains out of it, then only do it, otherwise just stop it. By taking a disciplined approach to budgeting and investing in educational pursuits, you will witness gradual process. Over time your financial move will improve, allowing you for greater opportunities in your areas of interest as well as in a foreign country or in a short distance travel. See the aspects. Education, why we are talking education? It is not because of Saturn, it is because of the aspect of Saturn. Third aspect on the fifth house, seventh aspect on the ninth house, right? And tenth aspect on the 12th house. So everything is related to dharma here. All the aspects, 5, 9, and 12, all the houses of dharma. Here we have to be understood that Saturn here in this with this aspects will give you more trouble than where it sits. So in the third house, communication wise, it will give you communication in education, in higher studies, with your father also communication problem, with your children also communication problem, and communication problem with the people who were in the foreign country. So this must have happened. So now it is a time to act on it and remove all the illusion and come to reality. Capricorn ascendant. Now, as Saturn turns direct in your second house, Rohiji, is the house of your family, of your money that you have, and the problem that you that must have arrived from your money related things, or money related investment related things, or debt. Now here Saturn is aspecting the fourth house. Saturn is aspecting the eighth house, and Saturn is aspecting the 11th house. So here it can say that suddenly you can get some gains, and because it aspects the third house, it will disturb your home life, your mother's health, your family, your travel to a foreign country can be seen during this period. Sudden ups and downs can be seen. Maybe as Saturn turns direct, Aquarius, it brings discipline and responsibility in your finances and values. You will say now we have to come to an approach that if finance is coming, how do we manage it? Financial struggles may have emerged from a need from a greater stability and structure in your resources. That means your resources which you had might have only given you financial trouble. That okay, I have this money, but I have to use it now here. Suddenly this thing came, I have to use it now here. So that way. Now take care, take charge now. This is the time to take charge over your financial planning, and adopting a disciplined approach will lead to progress. Over time, you'll experience an improvement in your financial security and a greater sense of value in your endeavors. You cannot always depend on only one finance stream. Here, Saturn gives you that idea that now you have to explore more financial schemes. If if you are putting any effort in any area of your life, you need to have little bit of financial gains out of that area. So for Capricorn ascendant people, make sure that family comes first, everything comes first, but before that comes the daily survival mode. So daily survival mode, you need money. For that, you have to demand. If you are putting any kind of work outside in the universe, you need to demand, because otherwise your fourth house, your property, your house life will be disturbed. Eighth house, there will be sudden ups and downs. You will say, now what do I do? And the 11th house, which promises gain here. So let's achieve that higher goal and get gains during this period. For Aquarius ascendant people, Saturn is in the first house, and it is the Lagnesh, the Lagna Lord, and being in retrograde position, it was not so pleasant. If you see, your communication was at lot of problems, your relationship were at lot of problems, and your in a simple way, if we talk about your karma, that means your area of work was in a lot of stress. There was a lot of inward energy, and you were not understanding that how do I express myself. But this is the kind of energy Saturn tries to teach you, that this is the time you have to understand that these kind of things, situations can come to your life, and you need to be ready to take actions. And this is the time that you analyze the problem. Now, this is the time to take action on it. Now, when Saturn is resuming its forward motion in your sign, it's time to take charge on your identity and personal growth. You need to make sure that you stand out in terms of you uh, in a simple way, Rohitji, it means that you are you are actually skilled to do something, and people should acknowledge that. You need to make sure that acknowledgement comes your way. Financially, you may have faced challenges in asserting your individuality. Now, Rohitji, another case study which I have with of a person who I saw the chart. Saturn was here because other people are doing, because other people got a car. I also got a car. So what happened? You actually ruined your karma by copying them. Everyone is an individual, is a different. Everyone, if you are just following someone that okay, this person also has, I also wanted, no. You are a separate, different entity altogether. So you do not need anything that is forced on you. You need anything that is naturally supposed to come to you. Or naturally you have that. You do not have to copy other people. This is what I'm trying to say. You need to have your individuality, defined during this period. You'll have to approach a very disciplined approach towards your financial and focus on long term goals, because Saturn is all about focusing, discipline, and long term goals. It is not about anything that you'll get quick. And once you just focus on this long term goal, you will get a little bit of, you will see that all the things are turning green in your life. You'll say, wow, I'm having steady progress. Over time, you will experience a greater sense of financial stability and a strong foundation for personal growth. But this also means that your effort for your own self, it is no one, you are Saturn yourself. All the Aquarius ascendant people, you have to have your own effort, you have to put own effort, and then only you will be able to move forward. For Pisces ascendant people, it was in the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of expenses, and Saturn, being an invert, it must have given you a lot of expenses in terms of spirituality, in terms of health, in terms of hospitals, in terms of all these kind of uh, very secret things, expenses and secret things. Some people, the Pisces ascendant, I have a case study again. Some people are conned. Some people had to spend money. Now there is online scam. The women will call you or men will call you, and you are on dating sites. They will look at your picture. Suddenly, in 10 minutes, they will cut your face and attach it to a very disturbing kind of image and send it to you and tell that give this much money, otherwise you'll blackmail and all that, and so many things. So this must have happened with people because Saturn was in this energy where you will not able to make the right decision. But now, and after that, only one person comes to your mind, and that is God. God save me. God, what have I done wrong? God save me. So now Saturn direct movement in Aquarius prompts you to explore inner world of spiritual practices with structure. Financial challenges may have arisen and expenses would have been at a peak. Now it's need for greater clarity in your spiritual pursuits by becoming to an agreement between need and luxury. You need to now focus that, okay, this is what I need, this is what is luxury. I do not want to touch luxury at the moment. Let me take care of my needs. Again, by taking a disciplined approach to your financial planning and aligning it with your spiritual journey, you will witness gradual process. Over time, you will experience an improvement in your financial well-being and a deeper sense of fulfillment. In fact, the second house, the debilitated aspect of Saturn, in some cases has supposed to be proven very good in terms of saving money. people here with Saturn, see the third aspect. There is a lot of struggle and a lot of thing to get money for Pisces ascendant at the moment, because see, Saturn is putting the third aspect, the aspect of lot of hard work, on the second house, that is to make assets. But it promises that if you do a little bit of hard work, you'll be able to make assets during this period. Your health has to be taken care of, because Saturn is putting the seventh aspect on your sixth house. So there should be health. Health should be priority, and the 11th and the 10th aspect is happening on your uh, ninth house. So dharma, again foreign travel. Those people who are waiting for foreign travel will now get chance to go to foreign countries. So overall, Saturn is going to be very good. We do not have to be worry about Saturn. Saturn. All the people who who scare you in the name of Saturn. No, Saturn just means added responsibility, nothing else. It's,
Yes, for the one line for which we can set for Saturn is Saturn, nobody's friend, nobody's enemy. Saturn is extreme friend of the people doing good karma. And so 140 days, no doubt, little bit slow, little bit difficult, confusing. But now from 4th of November, good news for everyone. Keep eye on your karma to get good result. This is important. Thank you, Akashji, for your this research work and the simplicity in which you teach all things. And those who want to connect with Akashji, those who want to take the benefit of knowledge of Akashji, they can send details on acs2channel@gmail.com or on the WhatsApp number given below. You can connect to Akashji and have a video consultation with Akashji. And please keep subscribing ACS2
yes,
channel. Thank you
please
very much.
subscribe.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you.
Thank you,
We'll meet
Moonji.
in
Thank
another video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai
you,
Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah
Moonji.
Shivaya.